It's working. Oop. We're gonna move this. Hey guys! Sorry, I was like waiting for people to get on here. Hey Shelly! I literally am trying to make sure that I go live on Sundays because like people on my channel were like, we want you to go live on Sundays. So I guess that's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm cooking. Thank you. I'm cooking cilantro, lime, rice, and I think it tastes amazing, but can't freaking eat it until I go to work. So that kind of sucks. But basically, like, I guess I'm going to be sharing you guys like the macros for this. So I was buying this chicken broth because one, it's not very expensive and you can get this at Walmart obviously, but I was like looking at the packaging for it. Hey girl. And I noticed that it said that it had 2 grams of sugar in it, and the sodium for this one is like 24%, which is not the business. So I switched, but I had a little bit of this left. Basically, I switched to this one, which I don't know if all Walmarts carry this organic one, but the organic one is the business for like dropping pounds. Now, it's higher in calories. It's 30 calories for 1 cup instead of 10. Like this one's only 10. I need to do better. I'm gonna try to figure out how I can see the freaking messages. Cause like I didn't see, Shelly, I didn't see your message fast enough. I don't know how people like go back and look at them. But anyways, the calories like to me don't matter when it comes to this chicken broth. Because the one that has more is actually better for you. Because there is only 17% sodium in this, whereas this one had 24. Like 24% sodium. That is a lot. You can like drink a lot of water and it basically like evens it out. Like some people really don't care, but I'm like, I would rather consume my sodium like by flavoring my food. Chat bubble icon. Try to see me pop up again. I see the chat bubble icon. But like I'm hitting, oh, there we go. Okay, I see it, I see it, I see it. Thank you. But yeah, this only has 17% sodium, and sodium is just like super bad, I feel like, when you're trying to shred weight. Like it just is. But this also has 17 grams of protein, which I need that. Whereas this one only had 1 gram. So this is basically doing nothing for your life. And I would rather take these 30 calories. So what I do Yeah, I have to change my eating habits too. But what I do is when I'm fixing my rice, this is like diet hack. This is like the best diet hack ever. I just want everyone to know. You do not have to eat freaking brown rice and chicken. Like, you don't have to do a bro diet. Yes, it's white rice. Like, I use jasmine rice because I think it tastes better. But you have to make sure when you buy your rice that you, like, look at the packaging. Like, you want to look at the packaging because sometimes brown rice has the same, like, makeup that white rice has. And, like, I would rather have the white rice. Yeah, this jasmine rice it tastes really good, like, just by itself. So, I like jasmine. This jasmine rice is 160 calories, and like one of these bags lasts me quite a while. But it's 13% carbs. I guess I should tell you the grams. It's 36 grams of carbs. The biggest thing that I've been looking at lately is how many grams of sugar that it is. And this has 0. And then it's also 3 grams of protein. So I'll take this 160 calorie situation, and I mix these two together. I don't cook my rice in water. I cook it with, like, I cook 1 cup of rice with 1 cup of the bone broth chicken, like this chicken stock, and I do like a half a cup of water with that, I guess, to, like, it gives your rice flavor so that you feel like you're eating something and not healthy, I guess. And lately, I have been mixing cilantro and lime juice. So that's how I'm fixing my rice today. It's actually, like, done, but I like to let my stuff, like, cool before I actually put it in the bowls in the fridge. So this is what it looks like. And we're going to cook, to go with this rice, I'm cooking shrimp. So I've already freaking prepped it so that you're not all just sitting here, like, waiting forever to look at it. But yeah, but I do basically whatever shrimp that I can get that's, like, cheap and not the super tiny baby ones that go on, like, salad. Yeah, Chef Shante. I do medium usually, and I buy them, like, usually already, they're already cooked. But this has a crap ton of sodium, like everything else. But it's 19 grams of protein, which I'm fine with. So whatever. I don't feel bad. It's so expensive for me to go to the store and get meat. Like, I went and got chicken the other day, and I was just like, why is chicken costing me almost $8 for 2 chicken breasts? Like, I'm confused. So, I'm using extra virgin olive oil. I don't know if you guys have seen on Snap, but I've been having to take, like, Benefiber and my apple cider vinegar. And basically that is because the way that I have been eating is not, it's causing me to be, like, super irregular, which that might be TMI for some, but I really don't care. I'm intermittent fasting, so basically I do not eat for 16 hours throughout the day, and then I eat during an 8-hour window. But starting on the 15th, I'm going to cut back my window to probably 6 hours. And just for me personally, it kills. Like, it makes your body work off of its fat storage. So when I go to the gym and work out, like, my body is literally, in my mind, I'm like, oh my God, I'm hungry. But when I'm busy, I don't think about it. I tend not to think about it as much. And it just makes me lose weight quicker. So I can do, like, a fraction of the amount of cardio and still lose weight. It makes it so that you're literally losing weight when you're doing nothing, which you're always burning calories when you're doing nothing. But it's crazy how you can feel it. Like, when I do intermittent fasting, I can feel that my body is, like, doing its own thing. So I do that because I think that it's easier. I was going to try the ketogenic diet, but I don't think that working out and being on the keto diet, for me anyways, would work out, especially being a girl. And like, obviously when you're on like a period or whatever, you are hungry all the time. Cook this shrimp. Trying to see the comments again. I feel like my phone is really touchy or something. Oh, there we go, there we go. I have to click directly on the side. That is why it's not working. All right, so the shrimp was seasoned with teriyaki sauce, pepper, and salt. And the salt that I use is actually Himalayan pink salt. It's just really good for like your digestive health and stuff. So I like the taste of it better than regular salt. And I got mine actually at TJ Maxx. So it ain't that expensive, and they give you a lot. But if you guys have questions or anything, feel free to ask. It doesn't have to be food related. I mean, at all. It can be whatever you want it to be about. I'm also like I'm gonna cook dinner too. Like my actual dinner, like what I'm gonna eat tonight. That's the one thing that I hate about meal prepping, is because I'm so worried about meal prepping, and then I'll be like, crap, I haven't had my dinner yet, or whatever meal that I'm on to eat, I haven't had it yet. So I don't know. It's gonna feel like I've been cooking for forever. I know that. I like to cook my shrimp though on like a lower heat setting and kind of make it take forever. I don't know why, I just feel like the shrimp come out tasting better that way for some reason. But I'm gonna set the rice and everything to the side, and I'm actually going to, I think I want to put some onion in this. That's what I meant to do this earlier, but I guess I forgot. I'm just gonna cut up like a piece of red onion and put in this. If you guys could see, what are you making? I just joined. Oh, hey. I am making my meal prep for the week, and I'm basically, I don't know honestly if I'll have enough for the whole week because I tend to like meal prep and then be like, God, I'm still hungry. But I'm making cilantro, lime rice, and shrimp. And I think that's gonna be it. Oh, I'm gonna make some broccoli too. So nothing special, but I am really trying not to be buying food, and I'm trying to start mentally preparing for summer shredding, for the summer shredding competition that I want to compete in. Which I'm trying to decide, okay, do you guys think that I should vlog every day for that and post it? Or, like, I know last time I asked you guys how often you wanted to see videos and stuff, and like you guys said, well, whenever you're able to, and I'm like, okay, that's cool, that's fine. But as far as summer shredding goes, I have to click this so that I can see your guys' comments, and it's kind of frustrating that it doesn't just stay up. I still can't see it. Come on. I don't understand why it doesn't want to show me. There. That's so cool. Did you enjoy? Yeah, I did. I did. Sorry it took me so long to read it, I guess, because I'm just really, like, my weekends are like the only time that I have to get things done in my life. All right, I just cut up some red onion for people who are just joining, and I'm gonna throw this in with the teriyaki shrimp that I've already made. I just like red onion because it's okay, I understand. I like the way red onion tastes. I feel like it makes everything, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I like yellow onion because that tends to be sweeter. But lately I've just been really liking the taste of red onion, especially because what I'm making is kind of just going to be like a bowl. It's kind of just a burrito bowl without the excessive amount of carbs. But I'm really excited for what I'm making for dinner tonight because I've wanted to try it for a long time. Alrighty. We're going to leave this shrimp. And I'm going to cook some of the stuff that I want to cook for my meal tonight. But yeah, anyways, how often should I be posting for summer shredding? Because in my head, I'm like, I should probably post every day. Like my workouts and stuff for you guys to see. But I'm like, is that too much? Like, how much do you guys really watch YouTube? I'm an excessive cleaner too. Like, I have to put stuff away while I'm cleaning. But Jeffrey, I don't think I answered your question very well. I am making the rice. I made rice, cilantro lime rice, and then I'm making shrimp to make these bowls. And the bowls are basically what I take to lunch for work. But I'm intermittent fasting right now, so I only eat for 8 hours a day. So I have to squeeze in all my meals in 8 hours. So my breakfast is usually like oatmeal or eggs. And lunch is this. And then I basically drink crap tons of water until I can get home and like fix my dinner meal. And then my dinner meal is pretty big so that I can make up for the calorie influx and everything. And then I also have to remember that I'm trying to do summer shredding, so I have to be in a calorie deficit as well, which I'm beyond probably the regular calorie deficit if I really think about it, because I do 30 minutes of Stairmaster every day, and that is death. Like death. It's death. I look like I'm crying when I finish, but I'm not. It's just my sweat. Alright, okay, I need to make chicken. I'm making chicken for my dinner, and this has already been pre-marinated, so there's really not much health-wise to this chicken. Like, there's nothing, I put extra stuff in it. But basically, we're going to be making rice spring rolls. I'm excited about this because I saw them on Pinterest and I wanted to try it, but I don't follow recipes to a T. I just kind of make them myself. I'm about to wash my hands real quick. Right. So I marinated these chicken breasts the other day with, honestly, it's marinated with garlic and a bunch of other stuff. So I'm gonna cut the chicken breast though, just to make it a little bit easier for cooking. And I was telling people earlier, I'm cooking everything with olive oil tonight because I tried to intermittent fast. You tried to do a 1 hour eating window? Is that what you're saying? Dang. intermittent fasting is not for everybody, but I mean, it can be difficult, but you have to start out slow. Like I don't know if you're saying I did a 1 hour fasting window, but that's insane. Like bodybuilders don't even do that. So, if you're going to intermittent fast, the typical intermittent fasting starting point is a 16-hour fast window and an 8-hour eating window. That's usually where people start out because it's manageable. And if you're like counting your calories and you know how many calories you should be eating every single day, then you should be okay. Like you shouldn't feel hungry. But for me, it's like when you get in the calorie deficit, that is when you feel it, I guess. And to combat that, there's certain things that you can do. Basically for me, staying busy is one. But on like the consuming things side of it, you cannot eat anything that spikes your insulin level. So if you consume something that has any substance to it at all, it's going to spike your insulin. Even if you look at something and you're like, okay, well, one tablespoon is only like 10 calories. That is spiking your insulin. So you want to do like water with lemon. That's what I do, is water with lemon. Black coffee, green tea. Green tea is a lifesaver for me because green tea is a natural fat burner. What else? Let me think what else. You may think like, okay, I'll do the black coffee, but I'll put my creamer in it. That creamer is spiking your insulin level. Oh, yeah, you cannot do a 1 hour fasting window is literally like you probably would die. Like, if you consistently did that for like a year, you would, one, your body would basically be eating itself. And two, the lowest I've ever seen intermittent fasting go is people will fast for 24 hours and then eat. But they get like the whole day to eat, because you have to think, like, if you fasted for 24 hours, then you have 2 days worth of eating to make up, which can also lead to inconsistency in your, like, eating in general. It can lead to inconsistency in how your body is, like metabolizing food. Because if you do that and then you're like, okay, I'm just going to go out and slam 20 Big Macs to make up the calorie, like, difference, you're, like, not doing yourself any favors to do that. Like, that's really bad. Like, that's, like, really bad. I would die. Alright, my shrimp is done. I was saying earlier, I like to set all of my food that I make to the side, like if it's meal prepped, because I don't like for it to go into the fridge hot. That's odd to me. I don't know why, I just don't like that. Let's see. Put that on video. Okay, so my chicken's cooking, which I probably should have just went ahead and made it into little chunks, but I didn't. I'm about to make like a bowl of the vegetables that I want to use too. Alright, I have like mushrooms, like I'm gonna do these mushrooms. I'm gonna cook this stuff down though, so the mushrooms, and then I'm also going to do the spinach, which I get like the washed and already ready, because I had a bad experience once. I thought everything was washed and I was in a hurry. And I actually didn't wash some mushrooms before I used them. About killed me. About killed me. I didn't see if there's any new comments. What do you think I can improve on from chapter 1? Honestly, I'd have to go back and like reread it. I've literally been so busy right now that I don't. But the biggest thing that I noticed with it was like, okay, I'm a grammar Nazi. Like, I just want you to know. So when I see stuff that's wrong, like grammatically, it's very hard. Like, honestly, I'm the type of person that's like, oh, well, this is wrong. And then if I can continue to like see it, it bothers me so much that I just kind of like blank out and stop. That's all I focus on. I don't know why. That's just how I am. And the biggest thing that I noticed is like some of the stuff that I saw would be like, you would say the word and, like the symbol for and instead of typing the word and. But anyways, I'm not going to talk about it, I guess, on here because nobody else knows what we're talking about. But like, great job. I think you would benefit from having other people read it as well. When I was in college, I would write papers and have other people read their stuff as well. But I am very busy, so it's hard for me to like get to stuff like that. Alright, I am going to saute these mushrooms, and I'm actually going to put some salt on them. This is the Himalayan pink salt that I use. And I literally use this on everything. I've had this for so long and it's barely even used. And I feel like once I'm done with this jar, I'm gonna, I don't know, put flowers in it because it's cute. It's pure Himalayan pink salt. I like keep it on display. How do I open you? This is a little confusing. Okay, there. This is the struggle of my life. Like, I can never open anything or do anything on my own. I always smell it to make sure it's okay, because I had that one mistake with those mushrooms and it about killed me. I'm just gonna do like a handful. Like, by a handful, this is what I mean. And a little more. I put spinach in everything. Hello, how are you? I'm good, how are you? Thank you for asking, Richard. What kind of book are you writing? I started to write a book that was actually about like me growing up. I grew up in a town where people are not very well diverse in culture, I guess. And me and my brother were basically two of the only not white children there. So that is what my book was, that I started writing, was about. I'm about to taste this shrimp. It's good. Okay, I have to wash the spinach, and then I'm going to put it in with the mushrooms. The freaking marinade that was on that chicken, it's definitely like I probably should have grilled. I should have grilled the chicken, but I didn't. Do you guys, okay, so real question. I've asked this like twice now and I didn't see anyone answer what they would prefer. But since I'm doing summer shredding, should I vlog every step of the journey? Because in my head, like when I see people on YouTube like doing like fitness anything, I can't stop eating. I want to see every step of their journey. Like, what did you do every day? What I'm like, should I upload every day? Or every other day? Probably every other day. I don't know. What do you guys want to see? And you guys are allowed to ask me questions about other stuff. Like, it doesn't just have to be about food. I'm from Kansas, by the way. Okay, cool. Every Wednesday, I'll try and think of something. Yeah, because I'm like, I try to show my workout. Like, I used to only do workout videos. Like, I used to only, that's what I wanted to do on my channel. And now I'm like, all I want to do is like workout and military videos. I like saw the other day that there's like a whole category on YouTube for military spouses, which I thought was interesting. I was like, interesting. Like, I never knew that was, I didn't know that was a thing on YouTube. I'm about to cut up the chicken. I should have just cut the chicken into chunks from the beginning. I think it's already done cooking. That's crazy. Have you... How do you prepare for basic training physically? So I actually played sports like my whole life. Like every sport imaginable. Like basketball was my favorite. When I went to basic, hadn't been in high school for a year. So I was honestly like, great, what am I going to do? But I did ROTC. And I was doing that when I left for basic training, actually. So I guess you could say ROTC, like, put me in the shape that I needed to be in for basic training. But, like, I've always been an athlete, so I could literally probably, like, not work out ever and still pass. Like, it wouldn't be anything pretty, but I would honestly probably pass. Just because I've been to that limit where I'm like, oh my God, this hurts, but like I know that like stopping's not going to do. Some people, it's completely a mental game. The amount of people that I see in the military that are like, I can't run anymore, I'm just dying. And I'm like, but did you die? Like, but did you die? No, you didn't. So clearly you weren't done. You're going to hurt before you get to the high. The high, like there's a literal physical high that you get to when you're training that basically puts your body into overdrive. And you don't feel anything. You just feel honestly awesome. And people who've never made it to that don't know it. And they think, I'm dying, I'm about to throw up. Like, you could literally get sick, throw up, and still continue to keep pushing and not have gotten to your high yet. So I think my biggest thing is to always try and remind yourself that it's completely mental, if you're not doing well. But as far as working out, like to join the military, if you've never done anything, you just want to do exercises and stuff that are literally going to focus on what you need to pass the PT test. Like, I don't know, height and weight wise, what, if that's a concern for you, because that's a whole different ball game. But as far as the physical stuff, I think just like getting out there. So I'm kind of biased to that question, but I'll get to it in a second. But I would honestly say doing like sprints will help you for the run. So what I do when I know I have a PT test is I'll be like 2 months out and I'll go out. I hate running. Like I would 10 times rather just lift heavy weight and never have to run or do cardio ever in my life. I hate it. But I know that I have to for work. So for me, I think sprinting works the best. So like, will I box and I think it should be good. Yeah, you'll be fine. But sprinting helps you improve your run time. So I sprint 30 seconds, walk like 1 minute. And then the more my body gets immune to it, I either push and do more, like I do it for longer periods of time, or I cut down the rest time. You just want your body to get, used to being in a little bit of pain for a while. But big muscles, I do feel like if you are a bigger person, the run can be harder for you. I say that because I feel like that's me. Like I feel like when I've been lifting heavy and my body looks great, I tend to do worse on the run and the PT test. And the run is my weakest point anyways. So, like, I'm weak. I'm a weak runner. The fastest I've ever ran it was 15:38. I thought I was gonna puke. But it's because I think my biggest problem is I exert so much energy doing the sit-ups. I use my hip flexor a lot, so by the time I get to the run, I'm like spent. But my thought process is, you ain't gonna take my benefits. Like you can fail. You can get in like National Guard, you can get in the National Guard and never pass a PT test ever again in your life. They ain't gonna do anything to you. It's like it's disheartening for the people who pass all the time. But the worst thing that they would do is threaten you with not being able to re-enlist, and then they would take away your benefits, basically. Like, oh, you don't get tuition assistance until you pass a PT test, or if you're getting tuition assistance or something and you fail a PT test, it flags your account, and then sometimes I think you have to pay that back. So yeah. So I am a 25 uniform. I work on radios. I'm Signal, and I hate it. I don't hate it. I like my job, but it's a lot more computer stuff than I thought that it was going to be. And like, I obviously had never worked on radios or anything to know if I liked that. But when I went to AIT, I did. I liked that. So basically now, like, I don't know, I think radios aren't really, like, everyone knows how to do their own radios. So there really isn't, I don't know anything about radios that other people who have radios, which is every section, that they don't know. Like, they know the same thing that I know. So it's kind of, I mean, Signal is important, like, but my job is I'm supposed to know how to like work on everything, and like I can tell you that I suck at computers, especially because I'm a Mac user and the Army doesn't use that. So yeah, I joined the military to pay for college. So I did that, and I deployed, and then realized that it meant a lot more to me than that. Like, I've always, like, been super patriotic and stuff anyways, like, but I planned on just paying for college and being, done, I guess, after my 6 years, and now, like, I couldn't even imagine doing that. But, I would just make a list of questions if you're contacting a recruiter. Make sure that you ask everything that you want to ask. Like, I made a list of questions, and my recruiter came and talked to my parents. Okay, these are done. Also, like, if you feel that you're being told something that isn't right, I would ask other people. Like, I would literally reach out to other people you know who are already in and, like, verify that what's being told to you is accurate. Because I've been, like, somebody messaged me on Instagram and told me that they're a recruiter. My recruiter did, and I'm pretty sure that like, say you joined, but, like, you hadn't been to AIT yet, and, like, you weren't going, like, they asked you to be somewhere and you weren't there, like, yeah, I mean, that's why, like, when people go AWOL, they have, AWOL recovery teams. Like, your commander can just go to your freaking house. Which, I'm like, if you're doing the right thing, there's nothing that you should be, like, worried about hiding anyways, you know? They're gonna know everything about you, and there's no way around that. Like, they're gonna know everything about you. I think these have to be... Why don't these have instructions? That's great. I'm going to have to look up a YouTube video on how to properly wet these. I think I can just do a napkin. I'm about to wash off this thing, so I'll come back, and if you guys ask questions, I'll check. Yeah, mine did too. Mine would come to my house every drill weekend and pick me up. Hey, how are you? I think you pronounce your name Tracy. Thanks for, like, watching. It's awesome. I, like, get so worried that I'm going to start these things and, like, nobody's going to watch. I'm like, I'm going to get on here and nobody's going to want to watch anything that I have to say. Like, sometimes I'm like, I have so many YouTube subscribers, but then I'm like, but wait, are they fake? Like, okay, I'm sure most of you guys have Instagram. Has anybody else noticed that when you post on Instagram, like, when you do hashtags and stuff, people, like, I think it's just fake accounts. I think it's literally fake accounts doing this, but I have noticed a major... like, a big amount of people, they get on my page. I told you a few years back from Junction City. Oh, yeah. I remember. We should, like, do, like, a meet and greet thing or something. I was at Fort Riley. I've been at Fort Riley for literally a month. But I'm not there anymore. I'm in Topeka. I'm about to guess how to make these things. So, anyways, on Instagram, I've noticed that a lot of freaking people are fake. Like, a lot of profiles are fake. I keep having, like, I'll post a picture and I'll get, like, all these likes, like, immediately on my thing. Well, then I realized, I'm like, it has to be people that are stalking the hashtag like the hashtag that I'm using, that's what it has to be. I don't know if this is how I do this. Okay, I'm gonna get a bowl. Maybe that's how I do it. And put some water in it. I've just noticed that people really like stalk, I think, the hashtags, honestly. And then they'll come on my freaking page and like it. And they'll like the photo, they'll follow me, they'll like a ton of my photos, and then just start commenting random stuff. And like, sometimes the stuff they comment makes absolutely not 1 ounce of sense at all. Like, sometimes the stuff that they comment, I'll be like, can you not speak English? Or this person must be foreign or something. And then I'm like, no, like, this has to be totally fake. Like, this has to be a fake freaking page. Oh man, I don't think this is how I was supposed to do this. Or I wonder if the water is supposed to be hot. I don't know. But yeah, I've had that happening to me a lot lately, and I'm like, can you just get off my page? Like, and then they unfollow you. Chef it up. That's my best friend. Go, best friend. That's my best friend. Yeah, I moved back home to New York after oh, girl, I don't know why you left your husband, and that's not funny. Like, I'm not laughing at that, but I saw this meme on Facebook, and I was like, I'm gonna make this meme like relevant to myself. And I was like, welcome to the army where the Y in your man is silent. Me and my bestie died. Like, we died laughing for legit, like, probably an hour. It was so funny. Oh my gosh, all of a sudden this wrap just turned into, holy crap, what do I do? I think I messed this one up, y'all. Oh my gosh. It's literally Jell-O. Where the Y in your man is silence. For those of you who are wondering why that's funny, it's because if you take the Y off of the word your, it turns into our. Because, I'm gonna lie, men in the army are, men in the military in general are not always as amazing as people want to think. Gonna put some of this. He was crazy. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. Was he from Junction City? It's crazy because there's so much crazy stuff that happens with the soldiers at Fort Riley. Like, it seems like every single day there's some scandalous stuff going on there. I'm going to show you guys these when I get done just because it's obviously impossible for me to actually show you. Whew. Struggle bus. So yeah, if you're a man and you watching this and you trying to join the military, remind yourself, I don't have to be a total a-hole. Every woman in the world would appreciate it. And then it's crazy because it's like you would think that officers would like probably have a better mentality, but no. Honestly, I feel like most officers, for some reason, man, this struggle bus is real. It looks like a big giant turd. Honestly, I feel like You would think that officers would be a little bit. No, girl, he was from Buffalo and you were thinking something about. Oh my gosh. Some man and woman in Junction City, by Fort Riley, uh, I'm sure that they weren't from here, or they were like prior service or something. But they, tell me why they literally got arrested and booked in jail for adultery, because in the state of Kansas that's illegal. Like it's a state law. But I'm like, okay, everybody knows this happens all the time. So it was kind of like crazy. Like people were on the news like, wait, what? Like, why is this happening? Like, why is this a thing? What did you read in your Bible today? I haven't done my Bible study today yet. I have to do it before I go to bed. I think this one's gonna be better. It's supposed to rain here. Wish I would have met you last. Man, I wish you would have too, but I'm trying to like travel and stuff. Like, and I really want to meet like other girls who like want to do stuff. Yes, I made a better roll. I feel wrong for not having read my Bible yet either yet. I think we're gonna make one more. So these wrap things are a little bit difficult to make. Like, I wish you guys could add me on Snap. PI-M4Z. PL. Oh, yeah. I'll add you. What's your username? Why did I choose Guard? So I chose the National Guard because National Guard is the only branch that pays 100% of your tuition. Which I don't think a lot of people know that. But they pay 100% of your tuition, and then if you choose to do ROTC or be in the simultaneous membership program, they actually pay you to be in ROTC. So you don't have to have a job. But yeah, leave your Snap name. Or just add me. Add me. I follow. So my Snap and my Instagram are open for everybody who follows me on YouTube, or like anyone who wants to follow me. They're open, like it's public. So anyone can follow me. And Tracy_PYT. Okay. Yeah, because I like always follow back on there, and that's the only way, like without giving out my phone number, that I feel like able to talk to you guys, you know? I'll add you. Unfortunately, I'm recording this on my phone, so I can't do it right now. This one sucks. Okay, one day I'm gonna be really good at making these, and they'll be like super aesthetic, and then I can like take pictures. But this one looks like a dump roll too. Alright. I'm not gonna make any more, because I think that's like all my calories. was going to contact you on Instagram about the ASVAB. It just slipped my mind. Yeah, if you message me on there, I'll message back. If I don't do it instantly, it's because sometimes my Instagram really sucks. Like it doesn't send me notifications. I wonder if these need to be in the fridge. Probably. Alrighty. I'm like disappointed that I have so many dishes to do now, but that's what a dishwasher's for. No. So basically, do you know if I'm joining the military? Okay, so if you try to join the military as a single parent, I am fairly certain, at least for the Guard, and I would imagine it's like this for all branches, but you just have to have a family care plan. So your family care plan, 9 times out of 10, like your parents or someone that you trust is going to have rights to your child, because they just are like super shady about it. Like they're not okay with people being single parents, and it's kind of shocking to me because a lot of times I don't think it works both ways. If you're male or female, for instance, if I wanted to join the Guard and I had a child, I would have had to sign the rights to my child over to my mom and dad. That's what you have to do. There's probably some sort of waiver, but convincing them that that's what needs to happen, it's just really not likely. And if I was a single mom and I wanted to go to OCS, not allowed. I'd have to either let the father have full custody of the kids, or my parents would have to, I'd have to sign over my rights to them, like let them have the kids. It's kind of crazy. Like, we're out here worrying about women being in combat, but like, to me, that's a problem. Like, that's a rule, a regulation that, like, I feel like if the world knew that that was a regulation, like, there'd be hell to pay. Like, there's so many rules that I'm like, people are out here tripping about women being in combat, but there are so many other rules that you would just be shocked if you knew. Like, I wanted to make a video about it because I was like, this is crazy. Like, that's crazy to me that a man can go out and just be doing it with whoever, have 50 million kids by 50 different women, or have one kid by someone. And they can still go to OCS and become an officer. But if a woman does it, it's considered unbecoming. I'm confused. Yeah, it really is like super unfair. And I'm like, but why are we worried about other things? Like, it's just shocking. It's shocking to me. Like, if my ass wants to be a single mom, then I should be an officer. How is that any different than being a single, a father that's a single parent wanting to be an officer? That's like the biggest thing of unfairness I've ever seen. Like, completely honest, I don't understand. I'm like plating food now. I like eyeball my food, but I think when I start this challenge, I'm going to actually weigh everything out so I'm not just making shit up, because sometimes when you do this, I do feel like you don't give yourself as much food as you should be eating. Ugh. I have so many dishes to do. I'm kind of glad though, because I don't like to run the dishwasher when I don't have a lot of dishes. I feel like it wastes a lot of energy and water. And when you're the only one paying your bills, that's kind of bad. Yeah, Junction City is like a shithole. You're probably happy that you left. Yeah, that's very true. Girl, yeah. Okay, so I guess I'll ask you, since you're new, like, since you just got here, because I've asked like 20 times before you joined the convo, but, I'm doing summer shredding, and like, would you prefer that I vlog every day, or would you prefer that I, only vlog like a few times a week or whatever, and like my vlogs would be like my workout for the day and what I'm eating, and then just giving like probably some sort of like tip or guidance or like advice, like, oh, I take these supplements because of this, or like, this is how I wake up at 4:30 or by 4 a.m. so that I can be at the gym at 4:30 to work out. Like, I feel like videos like that to me are so interesting and motivational. And every person that I watch that does like bodybuilding competitions or anything like that, I always am like, I go through and watch every freaking video to see like, what did you do each and every single day to get shredded. But like, I've done it once before, so I know what I'm doing, but I didn't vlog it last time because I was deployed. So I'm asking, I guess the question is whether, how often do you think that I vlog? I'm gonna show you guys these plates. I don't think I'm going to. I don't know. I'm gonna put, okay. So these are what's gonna be going in them, but since I'm not taking one of these meals tomorrow, I'm gonna wait to cook this, but I will steam this broccoli. And I like this broccoli because there's no preservatives in it, so it should be low sodium. Yeah, 1% sodium. And then this Kraft, I say every day. I'll take as many. Okay, yeah. I was like, I'm probably gonna vlog every day, but upload like every other day, or try every day, or as much as possible. But this Kraft mozzarella is like, this is the most macro-friendly cheese. So that's the cheese that I'll be using the whole entire time. It only has 7 grams of sodium, and like I said, the biggest thing to look at is if there's sugar, which it has 0, and it has 7 grams of protein. Let me throw this in the freezer again, and then I'll tell you what I feel about vegans. Alright, so I am not personally like into the whole vegan thing, but I have had like some health issues. I actually go to the doctor tomorrow about them, and like I've been looking into it because I know that there are certain illnesses that you can combat with your diet. So veganism like is something that I think a lot of people do. I think some people turn to it obviously for reasons like animals and stuff, but I think some people turn to it because it's an alternative for them diet-wise to help them combat illnesses. And it's kind of the same way as like the keto diet. I looked into doing that for this summer shredding, and I would do it, but I don't think for the way that I work out, I would need to do like months worth of research and probably meet with a nutritionist to make sure that I'm okay for working out and lifting as hard as and going as hard as I do and still remaining like okay. So yeah, I don't see a problem with veganism. Honestly, sometimes when I eat, I'm like, oh, that whole meal was totally vegan. But like, I don't know if I could ever do it because I grew up on a cattle farm, and beef is my family's like way of life, like our way of living. So yeah. Anyways, for breakfast, I actually usually eat some sort of eggs, or I will eat, okay, so I'll eat like, I usually do 3 eggs, 2 of them egg whites and 1 with the yolk. There's absolutely nothing wrong with eating the yolk. I just do that because it cuts my calorie intake, but I still receive the same like fullness from it, I guess. And then I will oftentimes make these Kodiak protein pancakes, and it tells you on the side if you want 14 grams of protein, you just add water, which is, I usually add water. Or you can do milk if I want 18 grams of protein. So I have been doing almond milk. That's like new for my diet because I get kidney stones really bad. So I started doing that instead of real milk. And then if you want 21 grams of protein, you add milk and an egg. So it kind of depends on how my workout was. These pancakes are freaking amazing. Like, they're so good, and they're good for you. I sometimes put a scoop of vanilla yogurt in mine too. But I also, if I'm in a hurry, I will do these maple and brown sugar instant oatmeals, but I just do 1. And when I was in Afghanistan, I ate 2 packs of those for 2 meals a day. It was hard for me to eat healthy over there, and I still got shredded. So they're not amazing for you, and if you can, I would say to buy some sort of like quick oats that comes in a thing like this, because you can sweeten this with your own maple syrup, and like brown sugar is not bad for you. If you have the time to make it yourself, make it yourself. And the things to sweeten it, any type of syrup, or any type of syrup actually, if you just look, make sure you look at the macros of it, because some of them are super bad and there's no reason for that. I sweeten with Truvia, any type of real sugar, like, is it stevia, whatever. I don't like the flavor of that. This is upside down because this is how I store this, but almond butter is another really good one. Almond butter is way more expensive, and you want to store it with the lid like this, so the natural oils you can see the oil sitting on top of it in a store. So if you store it like this, the oil goes through the whole thing, but this is good. And it's sweetening. I also sometimes put like PB2 on top of the pancakes. It just depends on how I feel. Brown sugar is good. Like, brown sugar is bomb for you to use. I use raw honey for everything. Like, I go through this like it's nothing. Like, I put it on everything. I put that in my green tea. I put it in coffee. I put it on my sometimes I use raw honey instead of syrup. Like when I'm cutting, I use raw honey instead of syrup on the pancakes. And then I use the spray butter. Butter is not bad for you. Like, it's not amazing, but if I want flavor of butter, like, I'm eating it. So I just use it in moderation. Oftentimes when I make the eggs though, if I don't have those, I'll show you what I have. I will do some sort of muffin to go with it. Like these are English muffins. They're 100% whole wheat, 32 grams of whole grain, and it only has 2 grams of sugar. So I do one of those. It makes me really full. I also like to do wheat bread with avocado and then an over easy egg with a slice of tomato. I do that. Breakfast is my favorite, if you can't tell. Like sometimes I eat it for dinner. I've started doing egg whites with chorizo, and then I put that on a corn tortilla with avocado slices and pico. Fire. Like that's fire. There's something else. Oh, my smoothies. Yeah, these aren't rice cakes. I do have rice cakes, which that's another quick and easy one. Like if you can't get out and get any, I have these honey nut rice cakes too, and I'll put peanut butter and honey on that. But I have a video on my channel with that smoothie recipe on it. It's like one of my recent videos, and smoothies are fire for breakfast too. I always have coffee with that, and that's basically it. Those are like all that I do for breakfast. Like I'm a breakfast person. I'll eat breakfast. I love eggs. I do at work I tend to do the packet of oatmeal and hard-boiled eggs. I go through so many eggs. I'm actually getting baby chickens. I'm gonna get 3 chickens because I go through so many eggs that it doesn't make sense for me to go to the store and buy them, because I'm buying them all the time, especially when I'm trying to eat healthy. But yeah, that's like all that I eat for breakfast anyways. Put these lids on. Did you add anything in your coffee? Oh yeah, I do. I'll show it to you. So I've been doing this in my coffee. Silk dairy-free soy creamer, but this tastes like shit. This is not, it's not good. It's not good. I did see at the store that they make like vanilla caramel something, so I'm gonna try. I want to try that one, but it was like $5 for the thing, and I was like, nah, but because it was small. And I honestly am like, I like this so much more than I thought I was going to. So because I really don't drink milk at all. So I was shocked, but this tastes really good in my coffee too. It's vanilla, but I've heard that the unsweetened vanilla one tastes really good too. So I'm like, what are they sweetening it with if it tastes really good? Yeah, because this one has 13 grams of sugar. So I don't know. I just use so little of it that I don't really care. I don't care. So I still have not perfected like the whole not eating dairy situation for me. I'm just really trying to be cautious because I don't want kidney stones. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Did you know that eggs at the grocery store actually aren't supposed to be like fertilized eggs? And if they are fertilized, they're supposed to advertise it as that, because that's what's like shocking to me. I know someone who's vegan on YouTube though, and she admits like she eats eggs, but like you can literally tell if an egg is fertilized. Like you hold the egg up to like a flashlight, and if the egg is fertilized, there will be like a little dot in there. I did poultry in 4-H, so like, yeah, like eggs at the grocery store 9 times out of 10 are not fertilized because there has to be a rooster, obviously, to create that situation. But chickens can lay an egg without a rooster. A lot of people don't know that. So these are all my meals. That'll last me the whole week for lunch, and then I have salad and the leftover chicken from these wraps. Hopefully I'll get as far as carbs if I want to shed fat and lose weight. Should I keep my carb intake low? This is what I just made for dinner, and it looks terrible, but it's gonna taste good. So cutting out your carbs is completely doable because you can get carbs from veggies. That's what I'm referring to when I say the ketogenic diet. I don't know if you've seen videos of that here on YouTube, but I highly recommend looking at it because that might be something that would work really well for you. I mean, we're talking people losing drastic amounts of weight on this diet. Beyonce does that diet. You basically completely get rid of carbs and sugar, and there's only certain berries that you can eat, so you can obviously taste sugar with that. There's other sugar alternatives, obviously, but you replace those carbs. It's high fat, high protein. So for me, I don't know how that would work with working out, but I know a lot of bodybuilders do it. But I would say, like, carbs are not bad for you. Like, as long as you're watching the carbs that they are. So I eat a ton of carbs. Like, even when I was like trying to shred, I was eating a ton of carbs. Sweet potatoes, brown rice, but make sure that you check because, like I said, I eat jasmine rice. That's not brown rice, but it's just as good. Any complex carb is going to be better for you because the body can break down a complex carb faster. So if you don't know anything that's a complex carb, I recommend Googling it, but like two that I can think of right now is a sweet potato is a complex carb. Whole wheat bread is a complex carb. Your body just has to work hard. Like it breaks it down faster. So it's not just sitting there like making you fat. There's so many ways to diet, but I feel like if you were wanting to do low carb, I would recommend looking up like videos about low carb and then also look at the ketogenic diet just because like it takes a few weeks to get used to it, but everybody who's done it has said that it's like a lifestyle. It's no different than becoming vegan because it's a lifestyle change. But yeah, okay, I found this sauce that I'm about to use. Where'd it go? Oh, it's in the fridge. I'll get it out. My brother and his fiance put me on to this. It's dumpling sauce. This is like, the macros for this are actually like decent. Like 1 tablespoon is 25 calories. Yeah. Like, I'm about to dip these in this. I'm so excited. But anyways, you guys, I'm about to clean up and put my stuff away. I guess I've been on here for over an hour again. I will be, like, getting on, like I said, add me on Snapchat if you guys want to talk to me. Or, like, if you have Instagram, I always answer my messages on there. It may not be, like, immediately, but, like, I'm on Snap all the time. So, yeah. I'm gonna add I have to look back through the comments so I can add you, Tracy PYT. Okay. But yeah, I thank you guys so much for watching. Tomorrow starts my working out. I'm nervous because I want to be at the gym by 4:30, so I'm gonna be waking up really early. But yeah, I guess I'll let you guys go. We've been on here for a while, and I'll continue to do my lives on Sunday. So, thank you for watching, and I love all of you. I'll talk to you later.